FSX 2018 changes the game because it provides unsurpassed realism, not only on the rendering engine, but also on all the other features like integration with weather sensors or actual barometer sensors that will take physical characteristics of the real world and then translate it to the virtual world. So deferred lighting is special because it kind of represents how human beings perceive the world. That takes into all the objects as light sources, right? Typical game development, you have just a few light sources, the sun or a light spot somewhere. Now we treat everything as a light source. So if you have, for example, a red car by a white house, you're going to see some of the red of the car, bleeding into the white of the house.
As a golfer, the feature in FSX I'm really most excited about is the ability to remove the HUD, the in-game UI elements that are really distracting to the user. We allowed them to just be completely hidden. We give a little bar on the left that gives you a very small amount of detail that you need to play the course, and we really allow the user to be fully immersed in the software and play golf the way that golf is meant to be played.
I would say the #1 feature is the dual monitor display. That's where you have the alternative monitor on the side of a simulator, and then the pure experience for the student is on the projector. And that's really nice, where the student can just see the true ball shape of their shot, and then the instructor's got all the data and they can interpret and utilize that data to better instruct the student.
We've contrasted the background information and adding data to the upper left portion of the screen image, so it's presented most appropriately in that space where you can capture and see data more efficiently and quickly. That's the most important data that's used by the player or instructor.
We have a team of 6 designers designing golf courses all over the world, and so each designer takes pride in their ability to replicate the golf course in the most painstakingly details. They actually will contract with 3D designers, and they'll be able to replicate things like the benches that are outside of the tee boxes or the trash cans that are there for people to use, the cart barns in the back of the property. So every detail of the golf course is checked, and then we find a way to accommodate within the design of the golf course.
My FSX 2018 team is formed of about 17 engineers. It starts with project managers and business analysts, game designers, game developers, and then we have environment artists that go and scout golf courses to find out what tree species, and then we have QA people, we have actually hit testers, so it's about 17 now. It's months of sweat. It goes from all phases of development and to make sure that everything has the highest level of quality.
We take virtually any space, so we'll have a customer that will contact us and give us dimensions of their room or their garage or their basement, and we take those dimensions and then we create a 3D atmosphere. What they can see is the true to life experience of what their simulator will ultimately become, and then once they see that, they normally pull the trigger on the simulator and then actually make that come to life. And seeing the start to finish of what we can do here at Foresight Sports is a really cool thing, and I think a lot of our customers are really satisfied for what we're able to offer and what we can accomplish.
The data from the quad really makes FSX fully immersive and makes you feel like you're playing golf just because it's so accurate. When I'm hitting on the simulator, it's just like I'm hitting outside. I know that that draw or that hook that I'm hitting would have happened when I was on the course. It really makes for a real experience.
We're constantly asked by the golf professional and the users of FSX, how can you evolve FSX 2018? How can you make it more relevant for what we do? I think coaches and professionals are going to love the fact that they can isolate and look at dynamic loft or lie versus ball speed. I think the new deferred lighting and all the graphical improvements will be the ones that individual users in their homes or people using it for recreational use, that'll be the features they like the best. All of these things makes it feel like you're playing at that golf course as opposed to in a studio or in your home. And I just think it adds another layer of realism, something that only FSX users can do.